Welcome back, guys. This is still my 2 cents on African entertainment television. Of course, we've been talking about very interesting and informative topic, but this very next topic is actually funny, but at the same time, insensitive. So you know how they say a merry heart doeth good like medicine. Sorry, I guess on scriptures. So these two young men who happen to be doormen in a restaurant were actually fired from their jobs because they were actually dancing on their duty posts. Now, as they were dancing, some customers that were walking into the place made some videos like, oh, nice, and posted. And then their boss saw this online and called the attention of the manager. You know what? Have those two boys fired. And this caused a social media buzz. Of course, people went on social media to give their various opinions. Some were for the two young boys and some were against them, citing work ethics, workplace culture, etc. Let's take a look at some of these comments and posts. So, ladies, we've seen it. What do we think of this? Are some of these people right? Like these guys, they were having fun because I enjoyed it. I don't know.
It was a happy video for me.
Okay.
But I just think companies these days should follow trends as well. Yes, if that man was trendy, he won't get angry because I think that thing actually will come.
This is a popular brand,
yes,
a big brand at that.
Yes, and they were dancing to a song that is trending.
That is trending.
You get, so I feel like companies should follow trends. All right.
Okay.
This thing is going to cause a lot of people actually will go to that place because of that dance step. So I think it was actually wrong for them to have fired them.
Okay,
But
so you're siding with the boss.
Let's be clear. Those people are third-party staff. They're not the actual staff of the establishment where they were dancing.
Okay.
They are contracted
contractual,
for and posted to this establishment. Or should I say they were? Because now
they
they're
were
no
now
longer
they're fired.
staff. It's their boss. Well, the funny thing is, the establishment where they work or where they were posted to is now receiving the backlash for them getting fired by their own source, for their main employer. And I think that's quite unfair. And this company has come out to say that
it was like an
they are
instruction,
not
right?
our staff. Do you understand? They've come out to say that these guys that were fired are not our staff.
But they complained to their boss who fired them. It's like a chain reaction, right? Or the people you posted to come do something here, they are here dancing. Why would they do that?
Well, the truth is, we do not have the facts when it comes to this story. So working with what we know, okay, these people, you can see they have a uniform, they come from a different organization, and you can see this brand does not have security officers of their own. They contract. Like, if you know what that business is about, you know how it works. Okay, so we cannot say for sure who called who to make what happen.
No, their boss explaining themselves, like the security boss said, they called him to complain that why are your boys here dancing? They are constituting a nuisance.
But then it still falls on them to assure their secondary employer that oh no, these guys are just following trend. But if you don't appreciate that, we're going to ask them to stop doing that. Not outright fire them. Because no customer actually complained that you are not.
It was fun. People were enjoying it,
and they were happy. So that's all I have to say. I'm not going to say whether it's wrong or right, but I just want to be clear on this. I'm actually very indifferent about the video because this is Nigeria, and like every and anything goes, unfortunately.
Well, for me, I think I think they shouldn't have been fired. Honestly, I think these are people that are because of the nature of the business. I mean, I know that they are from a security organization, and their main duty there is to secure the place. That's what they're supposed to do.
Or to man the door.
Not really secure, I know, but they're security officials, right? So their primary assignment is obviously not dancing and entertaining people. Their primary assignment is security. Right? Even if they're manning the door, even if that's what
open the door,
exactly.
Stand there.
But they're security officials. So for me, I kind of really understand. But the nature of the business is a restaurant, food and hospitality. So I mean, I don't think it's too far away if the security officials, are being entertaining and being happy people, making the atmosphere light and welcoming. I think it's also part of security. because if you're making an environment more comfortable, more welcoming for people, it's still part of security. You know, given the nature of the business. I mean, if you were to be a bank and a security official, it's dancing. That's different.
That's weird.
And that's sort of
weird.
That's very That's very odd. But at the same time, the security officials who are the first people that customers meet, they're supposed to be welcoming, even if it's a smile, even if it's a courteous welcome or something. So I mean,
I'm interested in what Mrs. Oyebadejo has to say about this, because I'm going to add another perspective to this now. So we see a similar post of two security people or doormen, but this time around they are abroad and they are even dancing with a customer inside the store, not at the door now. Inside the I think it's a restaurant.
Yeah.
And people are cheering, they are happy, and it's just it's a totally different vibe. So what would you say? Is it because of the African factor that I think, is that the reason we cannot accept or blend with these kinds of trends?
First of all, let me cite two examples. Lasma official was recognized on TV because as he was directing traffic, he was dancing.
Yes, I remember.
He was dancing. And it showed that he was enjoying what he was doing. He was doing it willingly, he was doing it passionately. And to honor him, he was recognized on national television. Now, there's another example. I went to an ice cream joint, and while I was there with my family, I was there with my husband, I think, and we just heard the staff, they just started singing. All the staff, there was somebody would say a line, the others would, and I was like, what's happening here? Don't these ones know that they are serving food? Don't their saliva can fall on what we are eating?
They're so serious in this country.
But looking at these guys, their job is to man the door. The dancing didn't stop them from doing their job. They were still opening the door, they were still closing. And besides, that action, I'm sure, was drawing people to that restaurant. Which is, you understand, if it's just to enter, when you enter and you sit down for a while, of course, you may say, okay, let me just order bottled water. It was bringing business to that establishment. So, like Mary said, trend. Many things are beginning to change. Many things are beginning to change. I don't know on what terms their contract was based. I don't have any idea. I don't have any idea. But they were making the place jolly. They were making the place happier. They were making, if you had come into that restaurant depressed, seeing them, you would have
to take away your mind.
Yeah, from what you were worrying about, and which in every sense of the word is a good thing. It's a good thing.
I actually totally agree, and I was thinking of it in this direction, right? I feel the brand were not actually smart in dealing with that situation, because this was a situation of leveraging on the PR. And just, gaining customers for even if it's for that week.
That day, even.
That's another marketing strategy.
Strategy. We Nigerians, we're happy people. We
of course, of course.
And this so place that
even if you people that don't like the food, like I don't eat fast food a lot, I would just want to know what is exciting.
What
is sweetie? Is it the chicken? Is it the salad? Just
they should have capitalized on that.
Yes, they should
Okay, talking about